Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, and it is y'all. It is. I didn't even prepare this. I'm sorry. It is Wet Wednesday. Today is Wet Wednesday. Today is the day that we talk about a lot of things. Specific, but this Wet Wednesday, I got a few things on my agenda, so we're gonna do it how we do it. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's crazy out here. Quick update for those who know, my grandmother's doing fine. She's doing much better now, and I'm happy about that. But before I get into all of my shenanigans, I do have to play a quick commercial because we gotta pay the bills around here.
Want last minute brand design help? Get top tier Fiverr freelance creatives at your fingertips fast with secure payments and 24/7 support. Head to fiverr.com today and get something started.
I'm back. Hey. So today's show is a little bit different for me in a sense that I was in deep thought. I've been working really hard over here to get some things together for the show. Um and things happen. But besides me doing this show, I do have an outside life. I have a beautiful baby girl. She's not so much a baby anymore. She's 10, but forever will be my baby girl. Um, I have a awesome, amazing gentleman by my side, and I got to thinking about how grateful I am. And then I have this podcast, and I still do my marketing thing as well. And sometimes that one little graphics as well. But I'm doing all of these things for the better advancement of myself, my child, and my family. But it got me to thinking while I was, getting into all of my nitty-gritty of the work that I do outside of being live on this podcast, which by the way, I have a few announcements at the end of the show. But got me to thinking. And I told y'all here and there I would drop a little bit about my personal life, not too much, but just enough. Um, and it got me to thinking while I was working. And during that time, some things transpired. The weekend happened. My grandmother got sick. Something else went down, but that's neither here nor there. And then, but how we bounced back told me a lot about what my situation is. And then throughout the week, I have conversations with my boo. I talk to him and things like that of that nature. And, as we have conversations more and more, I understand that, well, in my opinion, he's my soulmate. But then I wanted to dive into this word soulmate because I don't think people really understand. Well, I think people understand, but I think people also always almost have their own perception of what that is. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit today. So I'm going to give you the definition first before I dive into it, because I think the soulmate thing is very polarizing. And especially depending on how you look at the word soulmate. So I'm going to read the definition first, and then I'm going to get into what some of the experts say, as well as kind of break it down to what I understand from what they're saying, but also from my standpoint as a person, right? So let's get to the definition. So what is a soulmate? Like, what is it? So by Webster's dictionary, it is a person who is perfectly suited for another in temperament. That's the first definition. The second definition is a person who strongly resembles another in attitude or beliefs of ideology or the ideological term of soulmate. Now that we got that out the way, I'm gonna pick that up later because it's gonna drive me insane. But so yeah, that's the layman's term of what soulmate means. That's what Webster defines it as. But then I wanted to dive into, with the relationship experts. And these experts are um, matchmakers, wedding officiants, marriage counselors, and so on and so on. But these people this is what they do for a living. This is what they receive their education in. These people, this is what they do. So let's dive into it. The first thing is a soulmate relationship is one where you connect easily and instantly, but it doesn't mean that the relationship comes without effort. I know a lot of people think when you get a soulmate, it's like, oh my gosh, I got my soulmate. So I don't have to apply myself to the situation. I don't really have to work hard because we're soulmates. That is so not true. Oh, by all means, that's so not true. Now I'm gonna use myself as an example because I don't like to use other people as examples because it's just to me that's like the wrong thing to do. Like you don't use other people's situation. You can only speak based upon what your life experiences are. So, and I'll tell you how I came to believe that this person is my soulmate. So I start by early on. I've dated. I've had. I'm not really one of those people who do short term relationships. If by chance I get into a relationship with a person, please know that we probably going to be together for a while. It's not going to be oh we together for 2 months and then we broke up. Nah, it's probably gonna because if I felt that um strong of a connection with a person, we probably gonna be together for years. Ain't no problem. We are gonna be together for years, and then in my experience, except for this one. Things fizzle off after a while. People get bored and all of that. I think that the important thing is keeping it spicy, but I'll get back to that, to boredom and keeping your soulmate in a little bit. Um, but the one thing that I've learned in my situation, my own situation, is this because like I said, I've had situations, but I never ever felt like they were my soulmates. Not my ex husband, not my baby daddy. I never felt the soulmate connection. Did I feel an attraction? Yes. Never like, this is my soulmate. This is the person who is I feel like is my soulmate. Um, but in my current situation, I will say that it's a lot of things that make me feel, and trust me, it's not, it's, well, it's fairly easy, but we have our rough patches like everybody else. We go through our little bullshit arguments and shit. But one thing that made me feel like this person was my soulmate was that even in arguments, we might argue, but we gonna come right back. You feel me? And we gonna have a discussion about what's going on and try to figure out a way to do things differently. To me, that's what a soulmate attracts. That's what a soulmate brings. Um, I really like. I don't believe that there is. I don't know if I want to say that, but everybody. I don't know if everybody in their lifetime is gonna find their soulmate. I don't also believe that people shouldn't be. I don't think people should go searching for a soulmate. If your soulmate is for you, they're for you, and it's just that simple. Um, like when you meet somebody and you just click on many levels, not just like one level. You feel me? Like it's many different things that attract you to that person, and the chemistry is there. I feel like maybe perhaps that could be your soulmate. And you feel happy and fulfilled with being with that person. You feel safe. You feel comfortable. It's a lot of things that make you, and I'll get into those because I'm gonna give you some signs, what could be considered signs of what your soulmate looks like. And we're not just going to talk about soulmates, but this is where I wanted to lead because this is where I'm at and this is what I feel right now. The idea of soulmates may give people unrealistic expectations for love. I believe that firmly. And the reason why I believe that is because people are so busy, like like with marriage, case in point. Which is crazy because I didn't marry my ex-husband because I thought he was my soulmate. I married him because it was I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it about I married him because there was a lot of pressure on within my family, but with him because we had spent years. Again, I don't do short-term relationships. I've only been any relationships I've ever had in my life, they've been long-term relationships, and I'm 42. So that'll tell you something. Now, I've had flings. I've had people that we dealt with each other, we dated, but we weren't in relationships. So that's an important thing to define. If you're smashing, you're smashing. If you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. I've had smash buddies, but at the same respectively, safe smash buddies. But like when it comes down to relationships, I take them very serious. So if I'm there, I'm there, and I'm probably not going to go anywhere until you make me go somewhere. Um, but the thing about it is, people have a tendency to think that okay, you just because you love somebody that's your soulmate. That's not true. Um, let me see. To equate love to having a soulmate, it's more of a fantasy. And I don't know that it goes that way. I don't know that it works that way. What I know is that if you find somebody who you match with, there's like a likelihood that you guys could spend your lives together, but there's also a likelihood that you guys cannot stay together, but stay friends and stay close because that's what soulmates are. That means that's a forever bond. That don't mean that y'all gonna always be in a relationship together. That just means that y'all have a forever bond, and that's just what it is. And you're still soulmates. It's just your soulmates apart. And that happens. So I just wanted to give you a brief example of how that could look. Just because that's your soulmate, don't mean that that's going to be the person you with forever. And that also does not mean that just because you love somebody, that's your soulmate. No, I've loved really, really hard. I'm a Libra, so when I love really, really hard. Um, but I don't think that, like I said, again, up until now, I found the person that I feel like is my soulmate. I felt like I loved those people, and I still got love for them to some small, minute extent. Like I'm not one of them people that turn off love. So to some minute, small extent, it's still some love there. But would I want to be with them again? No, absolutely not. A soulmate, you could possibly break up and then want to be back together. That doesn't mean it's gonna happen. That just means that you could possibly really, have that connection with somebody. But I don't think that just because you love a person that's your soulmate. I just don't. Um, Soulmates are people that are meant to be together in spite of obstacles or adversity they face. Now that kind of contradicts what I just said, in my opinion. But these are experts. This is I'm giving you expert situation. Well, situations and what the experts saying, and I'm going to give you mine. Again, I just said if you find a soulmate, you could possibly like everybody has conflict at some point in time in your life, right? Y'all could go through something real quick and be like, you know what? I think we need a break and break up, but come back together because you are soulmates, because you do have something that is very special, that is unlike anything else that you've had with anybody else. To me, that's a soulmate. Like, a soulmate is somebody that I really feel like you just find it unbearable. Like you can, but you find it unbearable to be without that person. So even if you take that break, you still want to be with that person on the low. But if you still are together and you're really soulmates and you're meant to be together, you'll find a way to get over those hurdles, and you'll find a way to get over the adversity that comes along with relationships, because you're always going to have that. It's always going to be somebody around that's always going to like it's always gonna be something. So I think a soulmate, though, whatever it is, no matter what it is, y'all gonna get through it. I'm sorry, I just cracked my knuckles on the camera, but they were. I had to. Um, Soulmates are a symbol of universal hope that some people will love you unconditionally in spite of your flaws and baggage. Now, this one I really believe. I really, really believe this. Um, and I believe this because I'm a flawed individual. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think anybody at my door because it's show night and they wouldn't be, but they wouldn't do that. But anyway, soulmate, yeah, it's a symbol of universal hope and love, and it's unconditional. And what I mean by that is, um, I said I'm a flawed individual. Nothing about me is perfect. Nothing. And I will never proclaim it to be. I like to say that I'm perfectly imperfect, but the person that can love me with all my imperfections and still want to be there and like is gonna ride with me, that's my soulmate. That's why I feel like I feel right now. Because I'm not perfect. I have my flaws. I do stuff. I might say something that might not be, and I'm one of those people that's brutally honest, and I have a tendency to hurt feelings, but I'm sorry. And I'm honest, but like I said, I take accountability for my shit too. So it is what it is. But a soulmate going like, all right, I see that you have flaws, but I'm here anyway, and I'm gonna rock with you anyway. And we're gonna get past those flaws because a soulmate also understands that they have flaws as well, and they're not perfect because they're perfectly imperfect as well. But you have to also understand that. So if you don't have that understanding, then you probably aren't with your soulmate. I'm gonna just keep it above. Um, and I just said this: soulmates aren't perfect for each other in every way. Um, they aren't. That's impossible to be perfect for anybody in every way. But they are on the same page where it counts. Goes back to what I just said. It's like who's perfect? I I want one person out here in this world who is perfect to step up. I do. And then I want you to prove to me that you're perfect because it's a lot of people out here in this world that swear they're perfect, but they are not. So the person that's your soulmate, they understand that. And I'm gonna give y'all some signs in a minute, but I want to run through these things real quick. People sometimes mistake the rush of excitement you experience when love is new for the feeling of connecting with a soulmate. Again, nah, I can't. Well, something I can't say that people don't do that, but I'll say again, I don't talk about other people's experiences because I don't live in other people's bodies. I live in this body. I've been living in this body for 42 years. This is the body I'm accustomed to. But I will say one thing about myself is I told you. Well, some of you weren't here at the beginning of this segment, which is I never ever thought that I had a soulmate prior to now. You feel me? Like I never, so I didn't think that because it was exciting and it was fun and all of that, that's the right now is not why I think this person is my soulmate. That's not why I think the person is my soulmate. The reason why I think the person is my soulmate is because the more that I'm with this person, and we've been together for several years now, right? The more I'm with this person, the more um the com- the more I feel that the connection is getting stronger. You feel me? And so I don't necessarily thought I didn't think that at the beginning, but it's again, wow. In the beginning, we weren't even rocking like that. He was just my homeboy. And now we're together, but I never thought that in the beginning. But some people do. They do think that, oh, this is my soulmate because this relationship is going good and it's so wonderful and da 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 da. Da. Baby, that's not your soulmate. It takes a minute to figure out whether or not you got to your soulmate. Yeah. Connecting with a soulmate is about finding the person who sees you and loves you for who you truly are. They're not gonna try to change you. They're not trying to. I mean, if it well, not let me say this, because if you have some behaviors that are dangerous to you and possibly others, then they're supposed to say something because a soulmate would do that. They got your back, but at the same time, they're gonna let you know when you're wrong. But they see you for who you truly are, and they ain't trying to change who you truly are. They're just trying to help you through whatever issues you got going on. That's a soulmate. But I'm gonna give y'all some signs. I'm gonna give y'all because I want to jump to this other subject real quick. Let's go through the 10 signs that possible signs. Well, it's more like 20. Uh, it's a lot of signs, but I'm not going to give y'all all of them. One, being around that person gives you a sense of peace and comfort, even very early on in the relationship. Probably why I feel like this person is my soulmate because I felt very safe since I've been with this person, even before I was with this person. But especially when I got with this person, I felt very safe, and I still feel safe to this day. You may be very different, but you balance each other out. I'm a Libra, so I'm all about the balance. I want balance in every aspect of my life. You feel me? And so that's very important to me. Meaning balance, like you might not always get it right, but that person is going to be there. I said it already. That person is going to be there to help you get it right. Um, you get a palatable gut feeling that you've met your match. That's very important. gotta feel like you met somebody who's on your level. They not on your level, they not your soulmate. Your values are in total alignment. I can concur. Like I really can, because it's damn near impossible to call somebody your soulmate if y'all values aren't similar. Like for me, I'm a family oriented person. I want a family unit. And that's very important to me. So in order for that person to be my soulmate, they have to want a family unit as well. Um, I'm very big on having a family. Like even if at 42 I could still have children, but even if I didn't have much, like it's very like if my spouse got children, which he does, and I have a child, I don't have children, but I have a child. I want the person that I come into the situation with to be able to connect, all of us to connect, so to speak. Maybe the Black Brady Bunch. Maybe that's what I'm trying to get at. But we come together and we form like Voltron. That's what it's supposed to be like. So yeah, values should be very much aligned. If this is how you know this person is possibly soulmate. You've seen this person at their worst and you love them anyway. Absolutely. I've been seeing that mine. He's been seeing that his, but the love is there and it doesn't even matter. We're gonna ride with each other regardless. Let's move it. Let's keep it moving. You care so deeply about each other. At times you actually feel each other's pain. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how that go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You feel you feel an electricity. You feel an electricity when you touch. Yeah, you need that. The chemistry got to be there. You can't find a soulmate that you can't stand to be around, or you don't want them to touch you. A relationship may be rocky at times, but the rough patches help you grow. Amen. For facts, for big facts. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to conquer them battles. But if you see that this person, no matter what y'all going through, no matter what the hurdles are, y'all still can come back and get, make it work. And it's not a hostile environment after y'all try to come back and make it work. It's just like, all right, let's talk about it. Let's communicate. Let's get on that same page and on that same level. Then that's probably a soulmate. You feel like you can let your guard down 100%, and be 100% yourself when you're with this person. Let me tell y'all about the guard though. I'm a very guarded individual. Any situation, if it was new, I come in and I let them know, y'all, I'm a rock. I'm a rock, and I don't care. I'm a rock, and I'm not just gonna come in with my guard down. I'm not coming in like, oh, I love you already. No, that takes time to build up. So if you can make me like put 100%, put my guard down and be 100% me around you, you probably are my soulmate, and this is why I feel the way I feel. And lastly, you recognize that the person came into your life to teach you some important lessons. Very much so. I agree. I really, really agree with that. And so with that being said, I just wanted to have a conversation, because like I said, this week, a lot of stuff, and I've been dealing with a lot of stuff this week. I will say that. But I gave it a lot of thought, and I'm like, yo, is this person really my soulmate? And I think yes. Couldn't see myself with anybody else at this point, and I haven't been with anybody else for years. And I don't think I want to attempt that anyway. But you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, a soulmate is a soulmate. But you need to recognize that everybody is not your soulmate, and just because you love them, I'm not saying that you don't love them. I'm not even saying that you're not in love with, a person, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're soulmate. So be wise on how you use that word soulmate. And that's why I wanted to bring that into remission today. Now, I'm going to keep it moving. Now, this young lady, hold on, let me get everything prepared before. Matter of fact, I know what I'm going to do before I get into this, because this is a very interesting topic. And I thought about like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to talk about this today. Because it's not Media Monday. This is a day that we just talk. But I'm about to play a commercial because we have to pay the bills. And then I'm going to tell y'all about what we got going on in a second. But hold up, check this out.
What does getting it all done actually look like? A lot like this. Meet your new workspace. I'm not sharing the right screen, am I? Let's try this again. Meet your new workspace. Your whole team, right here. Let me just, sorry, Karen. All those projects on hold, just a click away from complete. Success is closer than you think. It's actually over there, right next to your Success Manager. It's built to expand as needed. The perfect freelancer for every project? Yes, please. Go ahead. You can use the F word as much as you want here. This is your selection of global freelance talent that never sleeps. All vetted for their excellence and their expertise. Love you, Kevin. Only thing left? Add your favorites to your list and share with your team. Okay, not all of them. Leave it to them to tackle all your business needs, leaving you free. Well, at least free to get more done. That's how fast they work.
Ready to transform your business?
Oh, that looks good. Love that. Approved. Oh, still sharing my screen.
Now, y'all, we did get a couple of other open up a few other avenues for partnerships. So Fiverr will not be the last commercial that you'll see on this podcast. We got a lot going on right now. I'm working. But so let's keep it moving. I had to set the scene real quick. But before I set the scene, if you're starting a business, if you have a podcast, if you have a radio station, whatever you're doing, whatever endeavors you're working on, Fiverr is a great place to get some help with whatever you need help with. And it doesn't necessarily mean you need help with your marketing. You might have that under control, but you might not be the dopest graphic designer, or you might not be a very verbal person. So you might want somebody to do a voiceover for a commercial. Well, what I'm saying is Fiverr is a great place to go and get that help. So check them out. The link is in the description, either below or above. It's one of those places. Anyway, I wanted to set the scene real quick because that's why I didn't just rush to it, because I saw this while I was scrolling through social media today, which was very, very interesting. And I thought about it and I was like, well, she might got a point. But I'm going to play this clip and then we're going to get into it real quick. Let me make sure we good on the sound for that. And then we'll dive into it real quick. But check this out. Hold on. Let me get it right. Okay.
Everybody talks about, I knew he was cheating and they looking for cheating, but how can you know he cheating, but you never knew he was unhappy with you? How?
So you're looking for those signs, but you're not looking for those signs.
Why do you look for what somebody's doing, but you don't know when they're not happy with you? So come on, I'm like,
is that being self-absorbed? You feel like maybe sometimes in relationships, women, because like you said, we know that we get everything just because we're women, so we expect it and we don't want to give the man anything.
Oh yes, women are self-absorbed and entitled, and I can say this because I've been doing this work for over 15 years. They believe because they have a vagina and pretty, that they and a nice body, that they are entitled to being treated a certain way. However, have you ever seen a woman that's beautiful and she looks amazing, her body, everything is together, very smart, but those type of women always get left for more plain Janes.
Yeah,
women that
looking like you showed.
Did you see what I was looking like? Because it had nothing to do with what she looked like and what she came to the table with. It was what she was being to him and how she made him feel in his presence. So we see it all the time, but they going out here, girl, thinking that I have to look like this, getting these botched BBLs and all of this, tuck it in, suck it out, and all that. And then on top of that, it's like they're not. I'm doing it for myself. No, you're doing it because these men is liking these pictures. But here's the thing, Mo. The pictures that they're liking, most of those women don't have a man.
Oh, girl, isn't that the funniest thing? The gorgeous women stay single their whole lives. Isn't that interesting?
Because they never learn the girl part. Learn the girl part. Learn to just be. A woman that has her femininity, her spirituality, and her sensuality all thrown at the same time is a force to be working with.
Amen. All
Everybody,
right, so let me turn it off real quick because I wanted to touch on that real quick. I did. I found it very interesting. And this lady that just, hey, bro, I had to be quiet for a second just so I could. I don't know. I had to be quiet for a second. I was on alarm. Just so I could absorb that again. Um, there are a lot of things in this life. Now, I don't. I feel like, ladies, if you look in a certain kind of way, it should never be because of a man. It should be like that's just the way you like to look. Like I dress. I've heard men say this time and time again. Like, oh, well, when I've been asked, do because people always they see you on the internet, especially if you're on the internet and you're trying to conduct business like I am. And I get dressed up for the show, but they're like, does your because they'll try to come on to me or whatever. And it's like, well, I'll say I'm not single. And they'll be like, well, do he know that you dressing like that? Yes, of course he does. He gets a picture before y'all even get the picture. Like, before y'all get to see it, he get to see it. He knows what I'm dressed like, what I'm looking like that day. That's just how I carry it with him. Um, Secondly, just because I dress this way don't necessarily mean I'm dressing for a man's attention. Let's get that straight. I'm one of those girls that dress in two different manners. I can dress down or I dress up, but it's depending on how I feel, how I want to look. I could wake up with my ponytail on whatever in the morning, and that's just how I feel. Sometimes I do. But it ain't because I'm trying to impress somebody, it's because that's how I want to dress at that time. Now, with that being said, I do feel like ladies, and I just gotta keep it real because that's what I do. I do feel like a lot of times that we do focus on what he out here doing. Is he messing around on me? Is he doing that? And I've been guilty of that in the past. So I can't even, you feel me, like come down too hard on you. But I can say this as a reflection of that, with me knowing that's something that I used to do in the past. I was a young girl then. With me knowing that's something that I used to do in the past, I will say this: nothing good came from it. And yes, it's been chicks that I'm like, well, damn, like. But at the same time, it wasn't about the looks. It was about obviously she was doing something that I wasn't doing because I was so focused on what he out here doing. I gotta see what he doing. I gotta see what he doing. Now I have a policy now. I don't touch my man phone unless he put it in my hand. I just don't. And he's done that from time to time, put his phone in my hand. I'm trying to see what the camera's saying. But I won't touch his phone unless he sticks in my hand. At the same time, I'm not hiding my phone from him. And if he ever asks me for it, I'm gonna put it in his hand. You feel me? Like, but he don't be touching my phone without me putting it in his hand either. My focus is not whether or not he's cheating on me, but what it is whether or not he's happy here. I want him to be happy with me. And that is what it is. And I want to be happy with him. And if I'm focusing on whether or not he's cheating on me, that takes away from the time that I could be trying to make him happy. It's just that simple. Again, not rocket science. So yeah, sometimes we do have to, oh well good. We ain't got that much time. Let me say something. At the same, you wasting a lot of time instead of just trying to figure out how to make it a happy environment for the both of you, because I ain't gonna at the same time, fellas, I'm gonna keep it real and I'm gonna keep it 100. All right, we good. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all too. I'm trying to check my battery on my computer because I don't want it to die while I'm mid live stream. But at the same time, fellas, it's not just all about you either. It's about both parties involved in the relationship. And I think that's what she failed to say. Like, I'm not going to just be out here trying to focus on whether or not you happy and you not focused on whether or not I'm happy. We make each other happy. That's what we do. It's not a financial game. It's really a mental and physical game, emotional game. We got to make each other happy in order for us to make this work. But if you're going through all that, then you haven't found your soulmate. See how I segue back to what I was just talking about when I started this show? Like, I think before you get into a relationship with anybody, you have to be really seriously prepared, mentally and physically, that I have to do my part just like they have to do their part. I repeat, I have to do my part just like they have to do their part. No relationship is one-sided, and if ever the relationship is one-sided, guess what? It's not going to work. It's just that simple. So I think she had a very valid point. Ladies, stop focusing on whether or not he's cheating on you and try to get down to the nitty gritty of whether or not he's happy. Ask questions. It's okay. And I know sometimes we're afraid to ask, babe, are you happy with me? And it's okay to ask because if you don't ask, then you don't know. You don't know, then when he out here doing what he doing and you trying to figure out what he doing, it's because you never asked him, was he happy? Fellas, the same for y'all too. Because it's not just all about the fellas just having a way. And like, ask your girl if she happy. Ask her what makes her happy. Have true communication within your relationship. Because if you don't, somebody's not going to be happy. And when somebody's not happy, we know what happens next. So yeah, ask them questions. There's nothing wrong with that. I might ask my boo later, like, "Boo, you happy? Because I need to know. And if he's not happy, then I need to know what I can do to make him, more comfortable in our situation and vice versa. You feel me? Again, no relationship is one-sided and it should never be. All right. So I found that very, very interesting. And I wanted to play that so we could, have a little dialect about that. You know what I mean? Like, is that serious? Just it's not all about you. Either party. It's about we. If we together, we rocking out, we got to try to figure out how to make each other happy. Ladies be out here cheating too, but same thing. Maybe they not happy. I don't know. I'm not that great of a cheater either, so like that's why I don't cheat. But because if I'm going to be in a relationship, I told y'all at the beginning of the show, if I'm going to be in a relationship, it's going to be a long-term one. I don't do short-term relationships. Other than that, we smashing and that's it. We dating, we go out, we kick it, we hanging, but you ain't my man, I ain't your woman. But if I say I'm in a relationship with you, then damn it, I'm in a relationship with you, and that's just what it is. I don't do all that hopping around. Once I get in that relationship, I'm there. I've been here for about 3 or 4 years now. I've been here, nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's how I operate. I don't know how everybody, but when I was single, couldn't nobody tell me nothing because guess why? I was single. I was single so I could do what the fuck it is that I wanted to do. Now, some fun questions. What is it that you say to your spouse after y'all finish smashing? I ain't gonna lie. Something depends on what kind of night we had. Some nights it's like, whoa, damn, babe. Some nights it's like, I need to go to sleep. It depends on what kind of night we had. So that was a fun question. I also finally found another video, and I'm gonna play that. Hold on, let me get back to it. And I think maybe like not last week, but maybe like the week, might have been last week. It was this video that surfaced, and I played the audio. I didn't play the video, visual of it, because the audio was more funny to me. But I found another one, and the same situation. This one, I think she has on the underwear and not necessarily the rabbit in her, but she has on the underwear and he has the remote. And so we're gonna listen to the audio, and this is why I have this fear of buying anything remotely like that. Hold on, I gotta find it. Buying anything remotely like that, because I mean here we go. We had fun. So us having fun and him being he's comical at the same time, but him being as playful as he is, I know this is what's gonna happen. So this is why I would never buy those kind of underwear, nor would I buy a rabbit that has a remote control, a wireless remote control. But listen to this. Listen. Hold on. She got vibrating panties. That's what she got. Listen. Hold on. What?
It's real, like. Okay, I said that.
One more time.
What?
This is when you get ready to catch her. Yo!
It's real, like. Okay, I said that.
see, this is why I'm scared of this. Like, no, I don't want to get caught in the middle of the street and he just hit the button and I'm outside looking crazy. People looking at me like, what is wrong with her? Is she having a seizure? Is she no, no. But I like the flirty and playfulness of the idea. I'm just afraid of it. Hold on. No, we're not doing this. If you coming up here with some dumb stuff, look at this. No, I don't care about all of that. I like my organic whatever, and now you're getting blocked because you don't get to come up here and do what you want to do. So let's get rid of you. You won't be on here again. Yeah, but I can't. I can't. I won't. I don't need to feel more popular. Secondly, because all of my situation is organic. I like my organic viewers. And a lot of people, when it comes to this podcast, base it upon YouTube views and shit like that. I base it upon my downloads. So no, I'm good. I don't need your help. When I need it, I'll come looking for you. Don't come looking for me. Hold on. I don't like that. Get out of here. Anyway, my point is I don't need it. So keep it moving. I don't need 10 free viewers per a day. I don't need any of that. I know what my rankings are. Not gonna pay you to do it. If I'm gonna pay anybody, it's not gonna be you. Keep your promo codes and thank you very much and keep it moving. Have a nice day. We don't do that over here, so don't bring that over here. But yeah, that's one of my biggest fears right there is I can't allow that to happen because then I don't want to be out on these streets looking crazy. And then he hit the button and he's silly like that. So he hit the button and I just be randomly thinking everything peachy keen and willy nilly and then the button get hit and then I don't know what to do. So I don't want that in my life. Again, so yeah, I'm glad she came through with this little so-called comment. If it's not about what I got going on right now, don't post. Don't leave a comment at all. Thank you. I'm good. Again, stop thinking that just because I don't have a lot of viewers that I ain't popping, baby. We popping on the download situation. The people that listen to this podcast, which other people I'm about to show love to really quick. And I got to keep making, I've got a few announcements to make, but let me show my people's love so y'all can understand why what you're saying doesn't matter. If you coming with, oh, do you think you could be more popular? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why I don't want that and why I'd rather it be organic because these people really love me. So let me show my people some love real quick. Let me get down to my audio listener. I do it live. I do it on camera and all of that good stuff. But my listening audience is where it's really at. The people who download this podcast is where it really is. So there we go. So big shout out. I'm going to go country by country, territory by territory first, and then we'll move to cities. The list is too long for me to do all cities, so I'm gonna do as many cities as I can. The United States, hi babies, I love you. They account for 84% of my listening audience. France, hi darlings, I love you, France. I'm not gonna butcher the name of the city. I haven't had time to do my little speech classes so I can understand my little dialect classes so I can really say the name properly. But one day I'll get it together. Germany, hi babies, I love you. Hi Germany. India, I love you as well. Brazil, I love you. Netherlands, I love you. Hold on. Singapore, I love you. Oh, South Africa, hi darlings. United Kingdom, always. Always. Actually, United Kingdom, y'all spike like crazy. I don't even know what's going on. Spain, I love you. Philippines, I love you. Belgium, I love you. Australia, I love you. Japan, I love you. Mexico, I love you. Ireland, I love you. Nepal, I love you. Mauritius, I love you. Israel, I love you. Canada, I love you. And Hong Kong, I love you. There you go for popularity. Boo-boo. I don't want your unorganic anything over here. I like organic stuff. Columbus, Ohio. Hi, babies. I love you. I'm going to the cities now. Columbus, Ohio. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. Always, I appreciate you. San Jose, California. Been my day ones, and I love you. I love you. I love you. Baltimore, Maryland. My city. I love you. You guys are gorgeous. No, France. I'm not butchering the name of the city, but I love you. Spring Valley, Nevada, I love you. Frankfurt, hi, Germany, I love you. Washington, Virginia, I love you. Ashburn, Virginia, I love you. North Las Vegas, because it's such different parts. I love you. Hi, North Las Vegas. Norton Shores, Michigan, I love you. Shout out to the Shy. Chicago, Illinois, I love you. Borman, Oregon, I love you. Atlanta, Georgia, I love you. Las Vegas, Nevada, the other part of Vegas, I love you. Owens Mills, Maryland, I love you. Boulder City, Nevada, I love you. And Pikesville, Maryland, I love you. And that's as far as this list is going to go. But how you get on this list is you download the podcast. And once you download the podcast, I'm going to show you love. I am, because that's what I do. Now, wait a minute. I want to jump to my other list right now just to make sure there's no other countries I'm missing, because I have 2 different lists that I look at. Hold on. Hold on, darlings. Hold on. Oh, what? We got a new one, y'all. I'm so pumped tonight. Russia. Hi, Russia. It's crazy right now what's going on over there, but thank you for tuning into this podcast, and I appreciate it. We need more love, and that's all I'm going to say to that. Now for the announcements. We have changed how you are now able to subscribe to this situation. Well, you could go on YouTube and subscribe, and I'm all for that, but I really want the love to go elsewhere. The reason being is because, one, is when it comes to YouTube and Google, when it comes to them, there's limitations on what I can do. And on Fridays, y'all know I love to play music. So I think I'm going to do 2 more Fire Fridays live, but then they'll be the last ones I do live on Facebook and YouTube, because I'm tired of them trying to stop me from playing the music. And I have written permission to play the music by all of these artists that I play their music from. I like my freedom. So what's happening is, now that we've switched our podcasting situation, and so I can give you all the tea about what's going on right now and how things will be looking differently over here. Now we have a situation all in one spot, and which I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hold on. Okay, that's not what I was going to. But all in one spot. What happens now is we have a location, and we'll probably be doing the same thing when it comes to, hold on, when it comes to the video aspect of this as well. But what's going to happen now is for like the music aspect of it, we're going to take it over, and we are offering now exclusive content. So you'll hear the new music. The link is in the description above or below, depending on how you're watching this. We will be, premiering new music over there. We'll be doing a lot of things over there. I have a few events that I'm about to cover, but I don't know how I want to deliver those. Maybe I'll deliver some clips on YouTube and Facebook, but if you want to see the full show, which is big here in Baltimore, the Preakness, it's big. So I will be covering the Preakness as well as another show at the Metro Gallery. Metro Gallery is this month. The Preakness is next month. So we'll be covering them. And I don't know, I might try to cover the Artscape as well. But nonetheless, I'm going to start just breaking things down into clips so that they don't try to stop our flow. But if you want full coverage, you can join the subscription. And we have different options. So let me tell you about those options now before I go. Hold on. So we have it where you can donate to the show. You'll have access to stuff. But for the exclusive content, you have to subscribe. You have to get in the subscription. It doesn't cost much. It's only $5 for the subscription, and you can cancel at any time. But that's how we're going to start doing things over here. Also, for the visual part of that, we will be doing that on Patreon. So it's different levels, but as far as giving all of the content, like Fridays, I cannot keep doing it. So Fire Fridays, we'll be doing that on Patreon and on the podcast in itself, but it won't be live on YouTube or Facebook. But I will be doing that for the next 2 shows. So this Friday, I'll be doing it. And then next Friday, I'll be doing it. Secondly, we have, did I put that in here? No, let me put it in here right now so y'all can see it. Wait a minute, we got some things going on real quick. Oh, no, I can't do it that way because it's not, can I? No, because I want to play their music and then they try to get me. So I'm just going to show y'all something real quick. Hold on. This ain't hating sometimes. Hold on. Let me put this together real quick though. But we have our first panel coming up on now. Well, if you follow me on Facebook, then you'll see it because the people who are listening can't see it anyway, and I feel like it's redundant to keep trying to do that. But if you follow me on Facebook, then you already know that we have a panel on Facebook or IG or wherever else you follow me. But we have a panel coming up. I could take this down. I don't have to do all of that. But we do have a panel coming up on May the 1st. So you can see the little flyers, a discussion panel. We will dive into the past and the present. I'm very big on, well, I'll tell you where that came in. I'll put that back up later. Where that came up is like I was watching The Sound of Soul, which is a Questlove documentary, but I started saying all the things that were happening in the yesteryear, and they looked a lot like what we got going on now. So I want other people besides myself to come and get their input. So far, we got, well, if we count that one slot, it's multiple people in that slot. But so far, we only have 4 slots left. I only have 5 slots per panel. We are going to be doing other panels. This is just the first one. So if you don't get to be on this panel, don't wait for it. It's coming. I got more lined up. I told y'all the girl been over here working. So that's happening. That's May the 1st. And the topic is our lives then and our lives in 2022. And it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be dope. We have a lot of people that want to come through on the panel. So I'm just trying to weed out who's serious, who's gonna be available for that day. That's what I was looking for. Hold on. Who's gonna be here for that day? Who's gonna be available at the time that we do the panel? But that's coming up May the 1st. My peoples, they'll also be on the panel as well. Have a comedy show. So I'm gonna throw that up here real quick. If you're a comedian and you're looking for a break, and it's your first, you want to do some shows or whatever, this is what they got going on. Check this out. Yeah, so they got a comedy show. It's not, that was a clip they gave me. It's not that long, but you get it. They got a comedy show. You want to reach out to them, contact me, and I'll put you in contact with them ASAP so you can figure out how to get down. Now, the same people who's on the comedy show is the same people some of the people that'll be on the panel. And they also have a movie coming out called Number 9. As soon as the trailer is available to me, it will be available to you as well. I'm just trying to make sure I got everything lined up on here. But yeah, as soon as they got something for me, I'm gonna play it. And I got permission to play it. We already know, so I'm here for it. What else we got going on? So let me say what time is it? Okay, we good on time. But yeah, they have a comedy show down, I believe it's off of North Avenue. I'm gonna get the logistics so I can really give y'all the tea. And that'll be that. What else do we have going on? So the changes I told y'all about, but I'm not gonna just stop doing Fridays. I'm gonna let y'all know when that happens. Oh yeah, be waiting for our mini docu-series we got going on, A Baltimore Love Story. It's happening. We still tweaking and putting some things together. We're not rushing anything over here. We don't rush over here. We put it together the right way because that's how it's supposed to be done. Also, I'm gonna need y'all to check this out real quick. It's available right now, but check this out.
1 2 1 2. Yeah. Yo. You can hear me.
What up, nigga?
Hey, yo, Matt.
Yeah. What up,
Let's get on that tip real quick, you feel me?
Already.
Show these niggas what's up, yo.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Hope they see that he ain't forward. Hit the lab when I'm bored. Overseas fan base keep on asking for more. Wife shop till she drops. She got bags.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, so that's available right now on all streaming sites. Go download it. I'm trying to tell y'all like this project. The gentleman who produced that project, the gentleman you heard talking in the beginning, he's also the gentleman who produced the theme music, both theme songs. I'm going to be using that really soon. I think I'm going to use that for the panel. But both theme songs for this podcast, he did both. And I appreciate him so much. His name is Mr. J. Phone Carter. I also have an interview with him that you guys could go check out at any given time. It's on YouTube. It's a really good interview. It's very insightful. We got to the nitty gritty of some things. And that's how my interviews go. I'm asking questions. I am a journalist. I would pull out my credentials, but I don't feel like I have to. But so when I do these interviews, I'm asking, like, don't come here thinking I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to ask you some real questions. I've had King Knox on here. I've had a gentleman from DC named Truly Him, that's Lil Bro. I've had that boy Bomb, Baltimore on his back on here. I've had a couple of people on here. And then recently, Majestic Behavior was on the show as well. So, we're doing some things over here, but trust and believe, if you come on the show, I'm asking you some questions. Don't think it's a game like I want answers. Now, King Knox and I and Chris, that was a party. That wasn't really an interview, but that was like the second time King Knox came on the show. And then the third time, it was like a celebration because I had made it through a year of this podcast. And we're still here, still going. All right, so I got some things to say. What time is it? All right, we good on time. I got some time. Yes. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. When I mean like, share, and subscribe, then you can go to YouTube and like, share, and subscribe. Or you could go to our page, our Facebook page, Ambitiously the Podcast, and you can like and keep up on the tea over there. Remember, when you come through, it's okay to drop a comment. We love the conversations. What's not okay is you over here trying to use my platform to get business. You want business, you come on here, you do an interview like anybody else. That's just how we get down over here. And that's it. Any music that we've ever played on this podcast, we have full permission to play it. And so that's how that's gonna go. We are on all streaming sites. Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. We are everywhere, so check us out. You want to be on the show, hit us up. Ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. We are available. And remember, if we talked, and even though we didn't do that today was a deep discussion about soulmates and how we can improve happiness with our spouses. But if we did talk some tea, know that everything that we say on this podcast is alleged. And that's that. Just know that. To the young lady who dropped a comment about whether or not I wanted to be more popular, thank you for watching anyway, don't hide. Oh yeah, the call-in number will be coming back. I just want to make sure we're in a great situation to do that. So I'm not just going to be automatically accepting phone calls just yet, but we're putting it together. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Again, the website is www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. We are working on some things, so I haven't updated it in a little while, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, booze. I'm working on it. Hi, Russia. Thank you for coming through. That's the first time I ever saw Russia on my joint. Hi. Hello. All right. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we got going on around here. Y'all just, I can hear my daughter. I know y'all can hear my daughter because I can hear my daughter, and I got on headphones. But she is not in the other room, but she's in the other room outside of that room. She's not in my bedroom. She's in the family room. But what I'll say is this: when it comes down to the soulmate, just don't use the word lightly. Be careful who you calling your soulmate. Make sure I gave y'all some tips on how you know really who your soulmate is. And just, I'm not going to say don't be guarded because I'm very guarded with my heart. I'm not giving it to anybody, but just anybody. But once I give it, it's theirs. And it's just what it is. So, yeah, in terms of giving away your heart, try to hold it for your soulmate. I'll say that. It's in terms of worrying about whether or not your man is cheating, ladies. Don't worry about if he's cheating. Worry about if he's happy. Same thing, fellas. Don't worry about if she's cheating. Worry about whether or not she's happy. Because if a person's happy, they don't have no reason to go anywhere. It's just that simple. I've been where I've been at for years because I'm generally happy with the person I'm with. And that's it. And so I don't stray. And I would hope that he's not straying. But now I got to go ask questions like, babe, are you happy? Because communication is key to every relationship. Um, what else I got to say? What time is it? No, we don't got time for no videos or nothing. But I'm gonna give my salutations. I'm gonna show my love for the night, and what I'm gonna say is this: mind your fucking business. Yes, mind your business. It's safer that way. You stay out of other people's business. You don't got to worry about nobody bringing no harm to you or no static your way or no drama your way because you're minding your fucking business. Unless it's in terms of some innocent person is getting hurt. It's okay to intervene in that type of situation. I'm all right with that. I'm not minding my business while I'm watching somebody innocent be harmed. But other than that, mind your business. Love your babies, hug them, kiss them, tell them how great and incredible they are and what they can be in the future and how you see it and you envision it and you know it's going to happen. And my baby wants to work for NASA and I'm all here for it, baby. Listen, my baby want to work for NASA. I'm with it. She said, I want to work at NASA. And I'm like, baby, you could do it because that's how you're supposed to do with your kids, not put them down and tell them that they can't. Stay in your lane. My lane is not your lane. Your lane is not my lane. Stay in yours because you know what happens when you get in other people's lanes? Collisions. Straight collisions. Stay in your lane. And with that being said, please be safe out here, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I need everybody to be safe. Tune in this Friday because these next two Friday shows will be the last live shows for Fire Friday. Only because they keep trying to get me. They mute my videos and I don't need that. So I'm gonna make sure y'all have access to get to it. But and when I do them, I might just record them and then tell y'all when they're up and you can go and listen on the podcast or whatever. But yeah, those two will be the last two Friday shows I do. And then be looking out for the panels. Now all panels will be live. You probably won't get the whole show, but they will be live. And I think that's all I have to say. With that being said, I love you guys. Thank you to my listening audience for always being there and supporting your girl. Thank you for the people that came in here and watched the podcast. Know that you can't put anything you want to put in my comments, or you can, they just might not get shown or addressed or acknowledged. And if I see it on anywhere where I can delete it, I'm gonna delete it. And that's just that simple. You're not allowed to do that here. And I'm gonna let you know that now. So with that being said, I love you guys and good night. Wait, I gotta set y'all up. I can't leave y'all out like that. High and dry. No. Good night.